Good morning. Hi everyone, happy Friday. Sorry I am a few minutes late this morning. I've been experiencing technical difficulties, which is not ideal when you're going live. I was like, oh, for God's sake, I don't need this right now. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a great day so far. Usually I do these events on a Thursday evening, but I thought I'd mix it up a little bit and, I know a lot of you guys and ladies and gents are at home, especially with the kids and things. So I thought I would do it on a Friday, try a little bit of a daytime one instead. So yes, I hope everyone's okay. Good morning. Hi, everyone. So I won't keep you too long, hopefully. But I just want to share something really exciting with you. It might be for you, it might not, but why the devil not have a little nosy anyway and see if it is for you. So first things first, just to introduce myself. So my name is Charlotte Key, and I am an international marketing director for the company. I'm also a health coach and a personal trainer. Now, you don't have to be any of the above to do our business, which you will soon realise. So what I want to do with you this morning is just briefly talk through our incredible product range and then move on to the business. So this business has enabled me to be a six-figure earner, which is just crazy because you'll get to see that I am just absolutely normal, just an absolute average Joe. So if I can do the business, then you can do the business too. So like I say, let's touch on the products first. Hey, hi Justine. So a lot of people think our products, quite wrongly, are weight loss related. There's so much more than that. They're absolutely incredible. Okay, so they were originally designed for sports people and athletes. Then obviously lots of plans and products have evolved off the back of that. We were the non-official sponsor of the most recent Olympics, which we are obviously very proud of. We are the most researched product of its kind on the market. So again, amazing. Our products have 34 independent clinical studies that have been done around the world at hospitals and universities. So a lot of people might have opinions on Juice Plus, but that's literally all it is. Like, it's like anything in life. People are always going to have an opinion. However, we've got the science and the facts. People have just got an opinion. So just take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt. That's certainly all I do. So really, our products are there. I'm sure you've all heard the government mention that we should consume the 5 portions of fruit and veg a day, which I'm sure you'd all agree it can be really hard to do sort of consistently, day in, day out. Some days you might crack it, and then other days you might be way off the mark. So what we should in fact be consuming is between 7 to 13 portions of fruit and veg every single day, which it's just crazy. Like, if you were successfully doing that every day, then you are amazing. Firstly, it'd be very costly. Secondly, you'd be just continually preparing it and eating it. And so if an adult's not consuming the 7 to 13 portions of fruit and veg a day, then a kid is realistically not going to be either. So we are not a substitute for fruit and vegetables whatsoever, but we certainly help to bridge the gap between what we should eat and what we do eat. So I get so many people saying to me, I eat really healthy anyway, so I don't think I need the products. Let me just tell you, unless you eat organic, much of the fruit and veg that you find in the supermarkets, which is certainly where I shop, is picked before its peak ripeness, sprayed with additives and chemicals to preserve it, so often gets frozen. So it's crazy, but the apples that you might find in your supermarket may have been picked up to 12 months ago. So when you think you're being really healthy, your nutritional status is probably here and it needs to be there. So we are just topping that a little bit up there. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. It's really simple once you get your head around it. Our products are not magic at all in any way, shape or form. They're not magic. But once you start fueling your body correctly, it's amazing what it can do in return. It's basically like trying to put sunflower in your car and expecting it to run efficiently and properly. Like, it just wouldn't work. So your body is exactly the same. So absolutely no medical claims whatsoever, but we can show you hordes and hordes and hordes of testimonials on literally anything you can think of. We've got a testimonial on. So whether it's arthritis, fibromyalgia, skin complaints, polycystic ovaries, people struggling to conceive, you name it, we've got a testimonial. And like I say, absolutely no medical claims. It's just when people start feeling their body correctly, it's amazing what it can do in return. So yeah, there's often a link between ailments and nutrition. Not always, you know, some of it can be in your genes and things and down to other reasons, but the majority can be down to nutrition. Okay, so let me just whiz through the products really quickly. First and foremost, we have got our shakes. I absolutely love these. They taste incredible. So they come in chocolate or vanilla. They can be used in many, many ways. They're really versatile. So you can use them as a healthy breakfast. So I'm 7.5 months pregnant at the minute. So every single day I am having a shake for my breakfast to give myself and the baby the best start to the day. Now, our shakes are much better than any sort of cereal or toast, which can be full of hidden sugars and salt, which in turn can then spike your blood sugar level. Around mid-morning, it'll crash, and then you crave something sweet, okay? Our shakes are not like that at all. So the slow-release carbs, all natural, they taste incredible, and they just really set you up amazingly for the day. So, yeah, so you would mix them with non-dairy milk. You can have them on their own, good taste amazing on their own, or you can add in fruit, essences and ice. So this morning I just popped in a load of frozen fruit and a banana, and it tastes amazing. I look forward to my shake every day. So they can also be used for weight loss. So this is where the weight loss side comes into it. So you can use them by replacing up to 2 meals a day. So for example, your breakfast and lunch, and then you'd have a clean tea. So our plans all sit around clean eating, which is really, really simple, and it's maintainable long term because it's something the whole family can do. So we don't count any calories or sins or points or anything like that. So yeah, it's just great. So if I was going on holiday or wedding or whatever, I might replace up to 2 meals a day. Obviously not now, but I might replace up to 2 meals a day just to shed a few pounds. Once the baby's here, I'll certainly be doing that. You can also use them for weight gain as well, so slightly differently. So you'd have them in addition to meals, and you'd have them with full fat milk instead. You can have them pre and post workout. So I recommend these to my PT clients. They aid muscle recovery and stop the onset of DOMS, so that achiness that you can get after the gym. So they're absolutely fantastic, massively versatile, and they are plant-based protein, so much, much better than whey protein. You may or may not have heard of whey protein. It's basically the waste product of milk and cheese, all lumped together. Don't get me wrong, it does work, but it inflames your cells, so long term it's really, really, really not good for you. Ours is natural plant-based protein, 20 grams, which is the maximum amount your body can absorb in one sitting. So that is the shakes. Can't recommend those enough. Next up, we have got our flagship product, so our capsules. Now, I wouldn't be without these capsules. These have been the game changer for me. So prior to starting on the products, I was always previously tired, run down. I could sleep for 10, 12 hours, wake up groggy. I had no energy. I always had tonsillitis. As soon as I was tired and run down, my glands would be up. And I also got diagnosed with polycystic ovaries. I never had a regular cycle. But off the back of that, when I think about it, because I've always been relatively slim, I ate what I wanted to. So I wasn't getting the amount of nutrition that I should have done. As soon as I upped my nutritional intake through the products, everything has changed. So my energy levels are much better. My sleep patterns are much better. I only need 6 or 7 hours sleep and I'm good to go again, especially at this stage, 7.5 months pregnant. That's great. Like, I've got bags of energy. I've had 2 ailments in 5.5 years, which for me is an absolute miracle. I was literally like sick note before. I don't have the cysts on my ovaries. It could be coincidence, but I don't have those anymore. So obviously I've had a regular cycle every month until obviously pregnancy. And just to make you feel amazing. My hair's better, my skin's better. I'd say my nails are better, but they're fake, so I won't say that. But they're absolutely incredible. So collectively here, so these our premium capsules, so our flagship product. Just incredible. So health benefits include things like the boost your nutritional status, the boost your immune system. We have got studies that show that they help with the cardiovascular system. So they're great if you're a sports person or anything like that. I haven't had my inhaler either. I've always had asthma since I was a child, not massively severe, but I've not used it. Again, it could be coincidence, but I've not used it certainly since taking our products, which is a long time for me. They help with gum health and they work from cellular level, so they're bioavailable, so they absorb into the bloodstream with no waste. People will compare these to a multivitamin. Goodness me, these are so much better than a multivitamin. So multivitamins are synthetic, they're man-made. Don't get me wrong, these get put into a capsule by a human, but they're not synthetic, so it's live whole food nutrition. So for example, if you were to put a capsule on your windowsill and pop a multivitamin next to it, come back in 6 months' time, your multivitamin would look exactly the same, and your capsule would be starting to decay because it is whole food nutrition. So these are absolutely fantastic. I can't recommend them enough. Something that I wouldn't be without. So you can get the trio, which are the premium capsules, or you can just get the fruit and veg capsules, or you can just get the berries on their own, which are full of antioxidants and great for hair, skin and nails. Obviously, the more nutrition you put in your body, the better you'll feel and the more benefits you'll feel. So if an adult was to purchase the premium capsules or just the regular capsules, you are actually eligible to get the kids' chewables free. So these are just the veg ones. You get the fruit ones as well. I always have them downstairs because they're next to my sofa because I sit and eat them on a night. I've got such a sweet tooth. So how incredible is that though? So you can get free nutrition for kids from the ages of 4 to 21. So these chewables are everything that the capsules are, but just in the kids version. So instead of them being in a hard capsule, they are like a chewy sweet. They taste amazing. They really do just taste like sweets. Again, vegan, so all our products are vegan, which we're really proud of, and the chewy because they're made from natural plant pectin, which is what makes them chewy. Kids think they're having the sweets, parents know that they're getting that extra nutrition into the children's diets, and it's just happy days all round. So yeah, can't recommend these enough. Next product I'll touch on, our Omega capsules. These have been out about 2.5 years now. I didn't realise that I needed these. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't like fish. So Omega comes from things like oily fish. I like tuna fish and I like chip shop fish, and that's as far as it goes. So I was therefore Omega deficient, which I didn't realise. So these again vegan. So normally Omega supplements come from a fish source. We've cut the fish out and we've gone straight to the plant. Honestly, the health benefits of these are incredible. They're the full Omega spectrum, so 3, 5, 6, 7 and 9, which the majority on the market aren't. They're just usually like 3 and 5 or, whatever. So these are great. Honestly, if you have a look at, the perks to having an Omega supplement, they're just absolutely, endless. The health benefits are endless. I cannot recommend these enough. Okay, next product I'm going to quickly touch on, the boosters. These are brilliant. They've been saving my waistline since they came out in 2015. The main ingredient is glucosamine. A brilliant write-up not so long ago in the Daily Mail about glucosamine. Lots and lots of health benefits. They can lower your cholesterol. They can do all sorts. But these ultimately are great if you are a little bit of a snacker like me, or you like large meal portions, again, like me. Okay? So what you would do is you would have them when you start to feel a little bit peckish or 30ish minutes before a meal, and it enables you to reduce your portion size. So what happens is you pop it in a glass of water, or I'd say a bottle to shake it vigorously, and then you drink it down quickly like a shot. It then sets in your tummy like a jelly. So of course then it takes up space in your tummy, so you don't need to eat as much. So it gives you that false sense of fullness, and it's really, really clever. It really works. So you can actually reduce your calorific intake by 25% in a day, which that's mega. It's a big, big chunk. So these are fantastic. You don't have to be on the Juice Plus products to take these. If you are doing any weight management program, you can take these alongside, and you'll get great, great benefits. So I would really recommend those. Last product I'm going to touch on before moving on to the business, is Lift. Now this is the sample packaging, so it looks much prettier than this, so just ignore this naff white packaging here that we've got. So this only launched at the end of March, and it's absolutely fantastic. So these are flying out like absolute hotcakes. People are all over these. So these are absolutely fantastic. Oh my God, they're amazing, aren't they, Justine? So good. These are like literally one of the first natural energy drinks in the whole world. So they're fantastic if you are a little bit of a coffee drinker, which certainly I am, or if you have the dreaded energy drinks. Energy drinks is absolutely horrendous. So these are great, a great alternative. All natural ingredients again. They taste really fruity. You can add crushed ice if you want, or you can just have them however you want. So they're a great pick-me-up, but of course they're all natural. So they're brilliant as well. I've got a lot of clients that have these sort of, like after you've had your lunch and you feel that bit of a slump and you get a little bit sleepy, you can have these then, and it just helps with that pick-me-up. Again, I've got a lot of my PT clients taking these as a pre-workout. Some of you may or may not have experienced pre-workout before. Pre-workout is great. It's what you can have before the gym to give you that extra energy surge. However, it's full of absolute crap. So chemicals, additives, all those sorts of things. And it does work. You do feel pumped up. But obviously, again, it's not great. So I have just been giving these to my clients as an alternative, and they've been absolutely loving them. Okay, so that's the product side sorted and done. If you've got any questions about the products, feel free to go back to whoever sent you to this video. Also, you can have a look online at www.juiceplusfacts.com. But what I want to touch on now is our incredible business opportunity that I am so thankful for. Honestly, I really am so grateful. So like I said at the beginning, this business opportunity has enabled little old me to be a six-figure earner, which is just crazy. Like, it's just, it doesn't ring true sometimes. So first, I just want to tell you about my story and my business journey. And then I'll tell you how you can do the exact same should you wish. So I got involved in the business in October 2013, so 5.5 years ago. Actually, the longest time I've ever stayed in a job in my whole entire life. So my life back then was very different to what it is now. So I was always hardworking. I was working full-time as a recruitment consultant, and I actually enjoyed the job, but I just felt like I was doing a lot for a little in return. So I was working full time. I was working really long hours to try and hit my bonuses and promotions, which of course if you then hit, they'd move the goalposts and it was just a bit of a nightmare. I had a second job to try and top my monthly income up. So I was doing club promotions up and down the country, which again I actually enjoyed, but at this stage I was 27. Everyone I worked with were like 20-year-olds that were like students and things. Lucky for me, I looked quite youthful then, so I could get away with it. But I was doing it 4 or 5 nights a week, and my shift would start 10 till 2 or 11 till 3, and then I'd have to drive back from wherever I was, and I was back up at 6 to go to my day job, and I was absolutely shattered. I was at the stage where I was just existing and not living, and at that point I remember thinking like, God, is this it? Is this what it's like? I'd also come a little bit unstuck in life. I was newly single, and I didn't have any savings. I shared a car with my previous partner, so I got a car and finance, and I was at a position where I couldn't afford to rent my own house. Obviously, I wasn't in a position to buy my own house because I didn't have any savings. So I was looking at what I could do. I ended up renting a room, it wasn't ideal, but for me it was a step back to go forward. So I literally lived in a glorified bed set, and I lived there for 13 months. I didn't have any cooking facilities. I literally had a kettle and an electric frying pan and a microwave. And at that stage, I thought, when you're younger, you think, God, when I'm 27, I'll be married, 2 kids, I'll have a dog, and I had absolutely none of that, absolutely not one thing of that. All my friends were settling down, getting married, having kids, doing everything I wanted to do, but obviously circumstances were different for me at that point. So I was a little bit fed up with life. I was like, God, what am I going to do? I knew that I wanted to get my own property, but I was just like, it was impossible at that point. I used to do my food shop and add my things up as I went round because I knew like I didn't have any sort of money at all. So life wasn't too great for me back then. So a friend of mine told me about the business opportunity, and guess what? I said no. I thought it was a load of rubbish. I thought it was too good to be true. Like many of you guys, like you might be sat there thinking like, what's the catch? What's the catch? And that's what I was like, because you know, the majority of the time in life, if something does seem too good to be true, then it is. Whereas in this case, it really isn't. I've been paid on the 10th of the month religiously since I joined the business. So anyway, I quickly saw send. She was doing amazing, and I thought, do you know what? I've nothing to lose. It's £50. She guaranteed me I'd make my money back, and she said if I hated it, I could get my money back up to 14 days after. So I thought, do you know what? Let's just do it. So I jumped in with both feet. And it's just been the most incredible thing that I have ever done. So I hit our top position in our company in 6 months around my full-time job. So those people that say I don't have the time, you do have the time, because I was that person that was time poor and I really didn't have the time. I was able to give up my doing club promotions very quickly, so I was chuffed about that. So I was finally getting a little bit more time for me. I was able to pay my car off finance, and I bought a lovely car outright, an Audi TT, which was great. Shortly after, I think it was about 9 months after, I'd saved up enough money and I bought my first property. So again, that was just incredible for me, because you know, that's all I'd ever longed for, to own my own house. But you know, it was just like, how the heck am I going to do it? So thank you to this business, I was able to buy my first house. So now I'm fortunate enough to be able to own that property still and rent it out, so make an income from that. And I now live here, so now in this lovely 5-bed detached house, nice family house. What else has a business enabled me to do? Help others. You know, like for me, it's about giving back. So the people that helped me when I was growing up, that might, you know, I want to do the same for them now. I've also just recently upgraded my car. I've got a lovely Range Rover Sport. And for me, though, it's way more than the monetary things. Like, the business has just been insane. So after 12 months, I was able to leave work and just do this instead. So all from my phone, choosing my own schedule, not having to sacrifice time for money or vice versa. And it's just, it's really, really great. I never joined the business for it to be my livelihood. But because it was working out so well, like, I thought, why the devil not? So it has been incredible, absolutely incredible. It's changed my life on every level. And when I say that, I'm not even being dramatic. It really has. So I am so grateful. So I'm now going to tell you a little bit about how you can join the business, and, you know, a little bit of background on the business, etc. So our company is almost 50 years old, which a lot of people don't realise. Originates from America by a gentleman called Shay O'Brien. And we're currently in 28 countries. So we're in Dubai, we are moving into Asia very soon. So it's all really, really, really exciting. It's just growing month on month on month. We are registered with a direct selling association, which means we are fully legitimate and fully above board. So, you know, we've never borrowed a penny in our lives. So for a multi-million-pound company, I think that's pretty impressive. So you'll probably be thinking like, but what do you do? I get this all the time, like, well, what do you do? So it's basically direct selling, which is kind of the way the world is going. So if you think everything is going online, we are basically like Amazon, that's it. So instead of you go into a shop, you go straight to a website or whatever, and that's all that we are as well. So all we do is we advertise and promote for the company, which in turn allows them to be able to pay us really, really generously, because if you think, you know, we do the advertising for them. So, for example, the Coca-Cola advert, everybody knows it, everybody loves it. You all know it's Christmas when you see the Coca-Cola advert. How much do you think that costs for people to, you know, for them to actually advertise it? It costs an absolute fortune. So all we do is we love the products and take the products, share our experiences with people, and get paid for the privilege. It's absolutely crazy. So you get paid on 2 levels. So you get paid by any customer that you bring in, you get paid on a commission on absolutely every single customer. So it's not a case of, oh, you've only sold 4 things and you needed to sell 5. Sorry, we're not going to pay you. We pay you on everything. So absolutely everything. So it doesn't matter if you sold 1 thing or 101 things. It doesn't matter. There's no pressure in this business at all. You also get paid to build a team. So you don't get paid to recruit because it makes no sense. There wouldn't be any longevity in the business with that. But if you recruited into your business and started building a team and then they got customers, you would also get paid a certain amount of commission on their orders too. So really the sky is the limit. Like there's no cap on this business opportunity. It's literally insane. So who can do it? Absolutely anybody. As long as you are 18 plus, you can do this business. So what I love is it's the same opportunity for everybody. So like for me, if I'd have gone into another sort of industry, I'd have needed extra qualifications and things like that. So my work ethic was always there. I was a little bit limited on my skill set with what I could sort of do. I did half a law degree and dropped out. Whereas with this business, anyone can do it. So if you are a stay-at-home mum, you can do this business. If you are a stay-at-home dad, you can do this business. If you're on maternity leave and wanting an extra income, you can do this business. If you're a high-flying corporate person, you can do this business because our business is designed for busy people. If you are travelling around the world and you want to earn an extra and to fund your travel, you can do this business. Like, how cool is that? So it really doesn't matter if you're a student, if you're old, you're young, you're retired, anybody can do this business. So why would you do it? Why on earth would you not? Honestly, it's absolutely insane. It's £50 to join, that is it. Now, when I say that, I actually didn't have the £50 to join in the beginning. So I totally appreciate £50 is £50. If you didn't like it, you can cancel up to 14 days thereafter and get your money back. So don't worry. So there's no big investment at all. The earnings are uncapped, so you choose what you want to earn. If you just want to dip your toe and even be your own customer and just make commission on your own order, you can do that. If you want to get a handful of customers and have this as a little sideline for family days, holidays, things like that, you can do the business. If you want to earn a few grand a month, you can have that from the business. Or if you want to have it as your livelihood like me, you can do this business. And do you know what the best thing is? You don't have to decide. I joined this business for an extra couple of £100 a month. That's it. So in my head, I just thought if I can get rid of my second job, then I'd be absolutely over the moon. I just didn't realise how incredible the business was, and until I saw the bigger opportunity and the bigger picture, then I was like, hang on a minute, I want to do the whole hog. Why should you have to sacrifice time for money? It's like anything, if you have got the money, you've probably a high-flying corporate person working away from home, so you've got the money but you haven't got the time. Or if you're at home with the kids, which good on you, you have kids to have the kids, you'll have the time but you won't have the money, so you're always sacrificing one for the other. And one thing that I am so grateful for is obviously when I have this baby in August. It's my first baby. It's been a really, really difficult road to get here. So I want to be with this baby. I don't want to have to hand over my childcare to anyone else. Do you know what I mean? And I don't have to do that. And that's all thanks to this business opportunity that I will be able to have every single waking minute with my baby, unless obviously I'm like, right, somebody else have him. So do you know what I mean? So it's just literally incredible. So yeah, cannot recommend it enough. So like I say, the earnings are uncapped. You can earn as much as you want. We've got £78,000 worth of bonuses from bottom to top. So if I can get those, guys, you can get those too. You are your own boss. There's no pressure. No, do this, do that. We've just got an amazing team there. So obviously, I'd be there to guide and support you, as would be whoever signed you into the business. So you can work wherever you want. So like I said, this business is designed for busy people. So when I joined initially, obviously I was in my recruitment role. So I would work before work. I would do a little bit on my lunch hour, and then I'd do a bit on an evening. So this business fits around you, not vice versa, okay? Obviously now, because the business is all I do, so this business, full-time wage or more, part-time from my phone is all I do, my days work very differently. So I choose my own schedule. So I did a little bit this morning, I went to the gym. Obviously, I'm doing the call now. I'm going to meet the girls later for lunch, and then I'll pick back up and do a little bit later. So you can do it however you want. And you can work wherever you want as well. So my favourite office is definitely an abroad office. I like to jet off at the drop of a hat because, of course, I don't have a boss, so I don't have to book in annual leave or anything like that. We don't handle any stock or any deliveries. So believe me, I am so laid back and ditzy. If people were relying on me to get their orders, they wouldn't. So, of course, we're in 28 countries as well. So it's totally risk-free. We don't handle any money or any payments or anything like that. So it's a no-brainer to me. So if you had a client, you would... The company makes the product, the company ships the product, the company invoices the customer and pays you on the 10th of the next month. How easy is that? Like, it's crazy. So you don't get your hands dirty at all. So if you signed up, you would get your own online virtual office. You'd get your own website as well, which if you were to go and get your own website designed and built, it'd cost a few £100. So how amazing is that? So £50, you get your own business, you get online virtual office, you get your own website, and you get all the training. Boom. Happy days. If you think of... a conventional business, they say it doesn't break even for often 18 months to 2 years. And of course, if you own a shop, you've got, you've got your stock, you've got your electricity, you've got, everything else that you need. Whereas with us, you can make an instant return. So I made my money back, my £50 back in 4 hours on signing. It's so much fun. So when I say this, like, I genuinely mean it. I have had the most fun in these 5.5 years. The business came at the right time for me. Like I say, all my friends were settling down and I wasn't. So the business is loads and loads of fun. Everyone's lovely and really like-minded and positive. So the friendships have been one of the best things for me. We've got lots of travel opportunities. You don't have to travel, but you can if you wanted. So for me, travel is really, really attractive. So I've been able to travel all over with the company. Yeah, we do, Justine, don't we? Really do have the best fun. So I was invited to Arizona, but I wasn't able to go because I was still working full time at that point in my life. So I wasn't able to go, but I've been to Switzerland. I've been to Barcelona twice, Marbella twice, all over. Hopefully be going to Dubai next year with the company. So again, if you want to travel, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. Partners and kids are always welcome as well. So I know that's a big thing, but it's a family business. So obviously very soon my little boy will be coming wherever I go to, which that'll be all change, but all good. So for me, I can't recommend it enough. Like, it is the most stable industry. You know, if you think about it now, all the shops that we've kind of grown up with and love are closing. Toys R Us, I'm still not over this. I'm still wounded. Like, Toys R Us is closing. Loads of mother cares are closing. A lot of the Boots are closing. There was something on the radio the other day saying some Top Shops are closing, which for me, mortified. I'm such a high street girl. So yeah, literally insane. So for us, this industry is so stable. Like, fruit and veg is never going to go out of fashion. Our business, the way of the world is going more sort of health and nutrition. People are getting more health conscious. They're drumming it into the kids at school. They're doing these sugar bans, all that sort of thing. So, this business is insane. Like, there are other multi-level marketing companies, which ultimately is what we are. However, if it's something like makeup or body care, like, I'm not knocking that at all. I've got people in those sort of companies, but you've got more of a limited market. You've probably got the majority females from this age to this age, whereas with us, our market is open, so we can, our products are available from womb to tomb. So whoever, whatever, you need our products. So they're just so versatile. So yes, I cannot recommend the business enough from that perspective. And we've got a huge audience to go at, and it's just incredible. So just quickly before I finish off and leave you to your days, I just want to show you a little example of something. So a lot of people, so many people incorrectly say, oh, Juice Plus, it's a pyramid scheme or a pyramid scam. Absolutely not. Like I say, we're registered with the Direct Selling Association. We're fully legitimate, fully above board. Like, we'd all be arrested if we were doing anything illegitimate. Do you know what I mean? So what people actually mean is a pyramid structure, which is probably more like what they work for, and certainly what I've worked for previously. So pyramid schemes and pyramid scams were abolished in the 1970s. It's basically, if I had this pen and I sold it to you for £5 and you sold it on for £10, I've made my cut, you've made your cut. The person is then going to be stuck with the pens because they're not worth that amount of money. Don't forget, we don't handle any stock or any money. So again, already that's like, not what happens. But let me just whiz you around to my board so I can just give you a little demo. So this is a pyramid structure. So if you think of, for example, I don't know, a supermarket. So let's take Asda, because I was there yesterday. So no disrespect to anyone that works at a supermarket, and please ignore my terrible writing. But, you know, you've probably got you will have one CEO of that company, of that supermarket. Then you'll have people like ops level managers and your people on your tills, okay? So your network of opportunity narrows as you go up, okay? So this is certainly like the structure when I used to work in recruitment, okay? So with all the will in the world, and no disrespect, I worked at the spa, my first job, and I loved it. Somebody that works in the tills at Asda is never realistically going to be CEO of that company. You might work your way up, but you're never really going to be CEO, even if that job comes up. You know, and you think, yes, it's mine. You know, someone from Morrison's will probably get pulled into that position, okay? Ours is the total opposite. Okay, so it's an inverted pyramid, if you like that. Okay, so every single person starts off down here, and every single person it comes down to work ethic and what you want from the business, can get here, okay? So let this go over your head a little bit, don't worry too much, but everybody comes in as a dealer and you earn 10% commission. Then we've got direct distributor and it's 14% commission. We've then got senior direct distributor and it's 17% commission, and you get a nice £300 bonus. Then we've got sales coordinator, and we've got, you get 20% commission, £900 bonus. Then we've got senior sales coordinator, a lovely bonus of £1,800. Then we've got qualifying national marketing director, and the bonus for that is £3,600, which is crazy. And then we've got what we call our pinnacle position. So our top position, which is national marketing director, and the bonus for that is £7,200. So when you know you've got to NMD, you know you've kind of done it. You've bossed the business, you've built an incredible structure, an incredible empire. And yeah, honestly, it changes your life at this stage. So they're saying average NMD earns in the region of 80k a year, which for me, I would never, ever, 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 I could say that all day, being able to earn in the region of that. You know, it's on par with barristers, journalists, doctors. It's just insane. So when I got to here, with my commission on top, I had enough to buy my first house, and I did that in 6 months around my full-time job. So for me, that is absolutely insane. Again, so you get paid commission on top of all these as well. The bonuses are great, but for me, the bonuses are a bonus. It's all about the residual income, but you can do whatever you want. So you can do it as fast or as slow as you want. If you want to earn a couple of £100 a month, you can comfortably do that and just sit around here. If you want to earn a couple of grand a month, you can comfortably sit around here. You can really do whatever you want. You always move up. You can never fall back down. So it just depends. There's no pressure. Like I say, you are your own boss and you can do what you want. So because a lot of people are doing this relatively quickly, again, don't compare your journey. You know, there's a difference between the tortoise and the hare. It doesn't matter. But because a lot of people were doing that pretty quickly, the company created 3 extra positions. So they created international marketing director, which is my current position, and the bonus for that is a whopping £14,400. Then we've got executive marketing director, and the bonus for that is £21,600. So that on its own is more than I used to get paid per annum, which is crazy. Then we have got presidential marketing director, which is a bonus of £28,800. So you would get that paid in 1 month plus commission, which is just insane. I'm sure you'd agree. Obviously, money doesn't make you happy, but it does make things a lot easier. And I've definitely been on both ends of the spectrum with that. So I totally concur with that. Okay, so you're probably wondering how you move up through these positions. So I'm just going to show you quickly and then let you go. So all our products have a points value. So obviously I touched on the products at the beginning. So for example, the premium capsules are worth 216 points and your shakes are worth 144 points. Okay, so your first position from dealer to DD, all you need is 825 points. So you can see how easily they tot up. So if you bought yourself the products, got a couple of friends and family on board, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 sales and you've hit your first position. Okay, easy peasy. The next one is a little bit more, so you actually need 3,250 points. It's not impossible to do on your own because I did it on my own, but the easiest way is, so you're here, bring a couple of people into the business. Now these figures are just examples, just to give you an idea. So you could do 1,250 points and your team could do 1,000 points each. Collectively, you've done your 3,250. So you have then got to your next position and you've hit your bonus. So it's easy peasy. So then you say to your other guys, well, if you want to do the same, you bring in a couple of people. So this is how it snowballs. Like the sky's the limit. You can bring in as many people as you want. You can go as wide as you like and you earn up to 5 generations deep. So I think I've got about 1,500 team members in my organisation now. And it's not from who I know. It's from bringing in a couple of people who have then brought in a couple of people who have then done the same. So I've actually got business in places I've never been, like Australia. So if you think about it realistically, when I'm sleeping, I get paid, which is just absolutely blows my mind. Honestly, this business never fails to amaze me. So you're probably thinking, you know, a lot of people say, I don't really know anyone though. You do. So even if you just know 2 people, so everybody knows 2 people that want to look good, feel good and make money. I'm sure you do. So if you all brought in 2 people and they all did the same and they all did the same and they all did the same, you'd end up with a team of 64 people. How cool is that? So let me just move on to this. Finally, so if you brought in 5 people to the business and got everyone else to do the same and it duplicated down, you'd have a team of 15,625 people. Like, how mad is that? That's crazy. And it's just from duplication. We're a teach-to-teach business. It's really simple. It's really fun. And yeah, and that's literally it. I won't keep you any longer. Like I say, I cannot recommend this business opportunity anymore. It's just incredible. Whatever you want from it. But thanks so much for tuning in and go back to whoever sent you to this video and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.